first. All right. Secondly, just wanted to thank everyone for coming out tonight. The man that I'm about to introduce next is they call him the real estate guru. He knows real estate from A to Z. He knows investing from A to Z. You know, he's been in the business for over 25 years. And he's actually not talking about it, but he's actually doing it.
All right, we're going to talk about something. I want to talk about the past, the present, and the future. I want to start it off with that because we talk about building generational wealth through real estate. 1960s, we were buying houses, African Americans were buying houses at 40% in America. Caucasian were buying around 72%. That's my problem. Okay, building generational wealth through real estate. Past, present, and future. In the 1960s, tell you guys right now, what is the difference between the 1960s and now? What have changed?
Volume of the house.
Value of the house, age.
It was cheaper.
Huh?
It was cheaper.
40%. In 61 years, that's 61 years? Yeah, 61 years, that 1960 to 2021, nothing changed. What are we fighting for now? Nothing. Justice, job. So why you guys think it's the same? Why you guys think it's the same? Lack of knowledge. What else? Well, we got knowledge though, as you know, we're some of the smartest people on this earth. But lack of knowledge, one, huh? Don't act on our knowledge. And I agree with you. I'm gonna go back to lack of knowledge and not learning the system. And I would say American system. Not learning this system to go for. Our parents, I'm 53. Our parents was in the survival mode back then, so they didn't have time to sit here and learn. But now what we in the information mode, information. So now we can learn, and then we can pass this information on to our kids. Anybody buy my books, I say let your kids read. Okay, my daughters, they know this stuff. I used to do a quiz with my daughters when they hear it. I used to ask a question, and they'll answer the question. Everybody used to tell me, man, you know that's your daughter. They're supposed to know that. No, everybody kids supposed to know that. Okay, you're supposed to know this. You're supposed to know this real estate. So we were fighting from in the past. We were fighting the same thing. And we're fighting the same thing in the present, but we got to change the future. You guys, the only way you're going to change the future is get knowledge. The only way you're going to change the future is to learn this system. Of real estate. So, how many homeowners do we have in here? 1, 2. Everybody that's renting, we got to change that. We got to change that immediately. Okay, and I'm here to tell you we can change it immediately. Really. Now, the first thing you guys got to understand, you got to believe it. You guys got to believe you can change it. You believe you can change it? Okay. Can anybody tell me why they haven't changed it? Why they're not a buyer right now? Why they're not buying? Anybody just credit? Okay. The process and credit. Is credit a problem or just the process? Credit and process. Okay.
For me, it's my credit and then the derogatory statements on the information I had, lost job, situations like that just stay on there.
Okay. I'm gonna start this with credit. Guys, you know the 5 steps that affect your credit score? 5 steps. There are only 5 things that affect your credit score. That's one, length of time. Yeah.
The derogatory statement.
So we're gonna put that length of time is here, number 3.
The percentage you use,
What do you mean by that?
like, like if they give you $2,000 and you spend 1,900 of it. You know what I'm saying? It makes the percentage of your usage.
Okay. So we're dealing with outstanding debt.
And your bills late.
Yeah.
And your bills, like, so we're dealing with payment. 2 more. 2 more. Okay.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
I guess, what it is that you have on your credit.
Okay, that's gonna fall in there.
Inquiry,
Yeah, inquiry.
Recent inquiry. Okay, and then lastly, ma'am. Most definitely, we'll talk about that in a minute, but that gonna fall up in here. It do affect your credit. Type of credit use. These are the 5 things, if we're talking credit, I hope everybody can see this. And guys, I'm gonna tell you guys in a nutshell how simple it is to repay your credit. Okay, it's simple. My granddad used to say it like this right here. This is how my granddad used to say. He said, he used to go to my seminar, see me do my seminar, and he'd be like, I don't know why you telling everybody that. He said, it's easy. If I go buy some peanuts from this man and I borrow the peanut, the next day I take my money back and give it to him.
yeah.
It's that simple. To repair credit or to keep your credit. Keep your credit. But 35% of your score is payment history. Okay? 30% of your score is outstanding debt or usage. How well you use that credit. Okay? Length of time, 15%.
Yeah.
You get 15% just for having a name. So I mean everybody in here have a credit score except right there, the little baby. Because she hadn't filed yet. But everybody else have a credit score. Okay? Recent inquiry is gonna make up 10%, and the type of credit use is gonna make up 10%. So if you add these numbers up, it's 100% one credit score. So what all you gotta do? Manipulate these numbers. Okay, we start with credit. You got to manipulate these numbers. How do you manipulate the numbers? I tell people this time, this right here. Bad credit, bad budget. Get the budget on right. You get your credit. To understand these numbers, do everybody understand what I'm saying here? 35%, we're not even talking about stuff that's on your credit. 35% is payment history. 30% is outstanding debt. That's the credit usage you have. Okay? That can fall in 2 categories. That can fall in credit usage, and that also can fall in hospital bills and stuff. Okay? 15% just for your name. 10% for recent inquiry. Don't let nobody pull your credit. No need to go into the car. Tell people this when they buy cars. No need to go out there to buy a car. You know you got a 520 credit score. You know, it's not going to change by the time you get out the car to walk up in there unless you done change it. So there's no need of them pulling your credit. But when they pull your credit, what they're going to do?
Inquiry on there.
They shoot it out to
They
multiple
gonna shotgun it.
places, and then
Yes.
that's what I just purchased it.
Yes.
So that's what happened.
And it take a year to get this off.
They did me like that, trying to
They're gonna
purchase a
shut
phone.
So if you're trying to buy a house, and I'm gonna show you some things anyway. When you're trying to buy a house and a car, it kind of can work against you. Okay? Type of credit use, you gotta have 2 types of credit. This is what people don't like. You got to have a credit card on there. You got to have a credit card. And you got to have installment loan. Credit card can be $300, but you got to have it. Okay? And you got to have installment loan.
What's
It's installment loan. Installment loans is like a car. Or
Okay.
your furniture bill. Or, you know, I don't know, y'all got furniture stores up here? Yeah.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
like, American food.
Yeah. Somebody report to the bureau. But what I want to get across is, this is 100% of your score. So everybody in here know where they stand right now. That's how easy I repair credit. But when I talk to people on an individual basis, I correct this. I've got a budgeting power software I put you into, and you correct your credit. Now, I'm not worried about the bad stuff that's on your credit at this moment. Okay? Because once I see what's on your, first thing I get the credit score moving in the right direction. This is going to get your credit score moving in the right direction if you control these numbers. You don't control these numbers, credit score is going to be down. If you got a credit score right now, your credit score bad, and let's say your credit score is in the low 5, one of these is affected. Most of the time, you know what affected? Good. And good. Those are the 2 that affected. Usually somebody ain't making no payment, they ain't got a payment they making on their credit. Or number 2, they don't have the type of credit you use. They don't have to use it. They don't have a revolver and installment. So everybody compare their credit, not that. It's that simple. Don't worry about the derogatory stuff that's on the credit. Okay? This is what they didn't teach us in the past. We're gonna learn this in the present, so we can control this future. Okay? So they didn't teach us in the past about this when they start bringing this credit out. Okay? So when you start looking at houses, and you start buying houses, what's credit score you gotta have to buy a house?
A 630.
Say a 620 to a 640. Okay? 620, excuse me, 620 to a 640, unless you go on USDA. And USDA, they won't make their credit score so hard. Okay, which I wish that's another subject, we'll get into that in a second. Okay, let me tell you about student loan. First of all, student loan is the greatest thing that can happen, and it's the worst thing that can happen. And I'm gonna tell you right now, 1%, I'm gonna write all those boards so you guys got it, but 1% of your student loan is gonna be added to your monthly payment. Whether you pay it or not. It's not for you to pay it, just they're gonna estimate that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys in a few minutes. We're gonna break that down online. So you got a payment of, so how many students, if you got like, I know one lady had $300,000 student loan. 1% of that is what? Well, what is 1% of that? Huh? 3,000, right? So that $3,000 gonna be added to her payment, and she has to budget that into her payment. No way she can buy a house, not unless she's making the money. You can be done to a monthly payment, because what you do is once your monthly, like say if your monthly payment come out to be $500 a month, then you gotta add that $3,000 to it. Okay?
What about like if you,
A month?
A month. You're gonna add it to that. Even though you ain't paying it, because you got the student loan, you gotta add it to it.
what's hurting me is,
So get our kids to get these scholarships.
Amen.
Go
I
ahead.
just,
Stay in school to get these scholarships. You don't have to worry about the one. What we got to do is, like, the ones that you done missed over a year ago, what we concerned with the bank is your credit score. Okay? So the payment you missed is not necessarily, if they over a year ago, not necessarily going to hurt you. What's hurting you is the credit scores ain't up high enough. Okay? So let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, Mr. Jimmy here is a banker. You got a 700 credit score because you don't work your credit back up in the system that we got, right? But you missed some bills a year and a half ago. He might ask for an explanation letter on that, but you still don't get the loan. Okay? It's kind of crazy out here because they look at things, they're going to look at your credit, and it's kind of crazy. Like, you can get little stuff on your credit, raise your credit score up to 700 and get a home loan. You know, but they're going to look at it kind of that way. So you guys got to learn. The key to this is learning how to manipulate this system for you. There's ways to manipulate the system to fit you. Everybody, I can talk to all of you guys in here on an individual basis. Every situation is going to be different when I put it through my system. Every one of you guys. Not going to be the same. Different income, different job time, you know, different stuff that's on your credit, all of that. I met a person the other day on that credit who was 26 years old, and all she had on the credit was $1,500 was for bad debt. She said, I want a house, I can't get a house. What's her problem here? That's all she had on her credit.
need to pay it.
No, it ain't that. It ain't that she didn't pay it.
The length of it, how long was
She
it?
don't have, it doesn't matter. That's all she had on
You
her
don't
credit.
have any usage
She
and
has none
you
of
gotta
this, none
have
of this
some
on her
credit.
credit.
Yeah, cards and stuff.
Yeah, she don't have anything
You
on her
gotta
credit.
prove that you can.
That's the most powerful statement you did that anybody can make right now.
Hi, my name is Shakira Shelton. I attended the John Fuller real estate class. It was very informative and definitely one you should attend.
My name is Natasha Barnett, and I learned a lot in this class today. And you need to attend.
Hi, I'm Shamri Gavin, and I attended John Fuller's investment class.
Hello, my name is Elijah Gavin. I attended John Fuller's class.
I am Chelsea Keith, and I have attended John Fuller's real estate class. Or investor class, my bad. Investor class.
I'm Victoria Trish, and I attended John Fuller's class.
My name is Tina Johnson, and I attended John Fuller Real Estate class.
James Jenkins, I just finished John Fuller Real Estate class.
Ruby,
Rachel,
Fraser just finished John Fuller's class.
and it was amazing.
We are the Davenports.
And we attended Mr. John Fuller's real estate seminar.